Welcome. I'm Sean Myers, Field CTO at Tintri. I just received another great question about how we can quickly create a full copy of a database using the VM Store and SQL Integrated Storage. So let's go off quickly to go show us how this works. So what we're going to do, we've got two servers, SQL servers here. We've got past prod and then my past dev. We're going to take the AdventureWorks DW database and we're going to make a copy of it over here. But we see already have an AdventureWorks DW database. We're going to call this something different, i.e. like demo clone. There's not a demo clone there. Let's go right click and choose refresh. Right click, choose refresh, make sure the database does not actually exist there. I have a Drew clone, but not a demo clone. All right, so just to show how big this is, right click, choose some properties. So the database here for files wise, we see we've got about 300 gigabytes, just over 300 gigabytes of space, and then about an 8 gig log file. And for this AdventureWorks database. So how do we do the cloning process? First we go into TGC. Let's go back to the beginning. So I come to the databases tab, I get to here. I want to go, since I know where the database is at, I tend to drill down to the SQL servers. It's on the past prod SQL server. So I go to past prod and I see all my databases for this server. As you can see, I have multiple with the number of AdventureWorks in it, so I gotta make sure I choose the right one. So in this case, I'm gonna go choose AdventureWorks DW. I'm gonna right click, Actions, and choose Clone. I give a new name for it. I can specify where I want to. In this case, we're gonna call it Demo Clone. I leave the word clone in it because that way I know it's from a demo and I can clean it up afterwards. We're going to create a new snapshot. So the cloning process does take a snapshot and makes a copy of the snapshot and presents us some results. So SQL Server, we get to figure out which SQL Server we want this new clone to be on. It has a drop-down list, but it's also not in alphabetical order due to it's in the order it was added. The cool thing is this is actually keyed properly, so I can just start typing in the name of the server, and it's going to show up for me automatically. So filter the list down to all the ones that have the word past in it. And past used to stand for the Professional Association of SQL Server. All right, so I click past dev. So we know where it's going to go, and then SMB share. So now I need to specify where on the array I actually want to place it. We've got multiples already here created. We actually have one for dev, so this is the dev server, so we're going to go put this onto the dev server. That's all we have to specify. Give the name. Are we going to use a new snapshot or existing snapshot? As you can see, there's existing ones, but I want to take a brand new one. What server I need to go place it onto, and where I want this file to exist on. I click the clone button. About 3 to 5 seconds later, wasn't even 5 seconds, 3 seconds that time, it went really fast. You have a new clone. So now if I go back up here to past dev and do a refresh, whoops, select on databases, expand it back out, and now I've got a demo clone. Go to properties, sure enough, files, it's the exact same size. I can go drill down, go see all the different objects inside there. So now I've just refreshed a demo copy for a client, for my developer. They now have a full copy to go play with. There's no reason why each developer cannot have their own copy nowadays. A couple of cool things is, so here on this AdventureWorks DW clone I made just before recording this demo. And I actually started inserting, I've been running it for about 4 minutes. Basically, this will start a billion rows by the time it's done, but it's doing it in chunks of 10,000. It's just looping through, and it's not really doing anything, but it's just a simple, insert basically some basic variables into a table over and over and over and over again. The reason I'm doing this is I want to show one of the cool features about this. So now if I actually go into this database, again, I only created about 10 minutes ago and it's been running the query for about 3 minutes, we can see how much space this clone is actually using. So right now it is using only 587 kilobytes, even though I've inserted a whole bunch of data into the system already. And as time goes on, this number will increase, but when you first make a clone, the amount of space being used is very, very small, and it only grows as I insert more data. So if I came back to this in 15 minutes, you'll see this number is much larger as I do it. So the cost of your clone on storage, in terms of storage space, is basically next to nothing, and it only grows as you change data in either A, the source database, or B, in the clone database. Because what happens is we actually have a metadata file. The snapshot process means the snapshot is different, and so the only thing that's changing is from here. So the good news, again, when you create a clone, no space impact until you start changing data. All right, and that is exactly how fast you can create a clone. Plus, we do have a REST API and PowerShell toolkit to allow you to do this with scripting processes to go ahead and make clones the way you want to and call them as you want to, and allow the DBAs to refresh their databases when they want to on their schedule and on demand. Thank you for your time.